Tate was essentially banned from the metaverse, Facebook and Instagram. And there's people, mainly liberals and like right...
Probably one of the biggest problems with the left right now is the complete abandonment of free speech. And that is a damn shame, because free speech is one of the pillars of left-wing politics. In fact, even radical politics. And yes, that even includes communist.
Let's go. I'm gonna Godzilla your Tokyo. Listen here, Going South. I don't know how many times we have to explain this to y'all, but freedom of speech protects you from the government censoring you, not a privately owned social media platform whose TOS you signed at the beginning of making your account. You checking that box and saying that you agree to the terms and conditions is you, in fact, signing a contract. That contract you signed was you pledging that you would obey terms and conditions, terms of service, the rules of using that site. And that should you be found in violation of those rules, they will take down your post or your entire freaking account if they feel like they need to. And wouldn't you know it, this is a byproduct of, you guessed it, capitalism. Because through capitalism, the means of production are privately owned. Websites and social media platforms are privately owned. And as a result of that privatization, they can kick you off of their site for whatever the hell they want to. I also find it funny that you brought up communism, considering the fact that, like, the US literally at one point during the Red Scare, jailed communists and socialists. It's funny that you bring up left-wing radicalism because there's people that are being fired from their jobs right now for trying to unionize and organize their workplace. Exercising freedom of speech, technically. But oh yeah, that's right, freedom of speech only matters when white dudes do something. That's the only time that we can cry freedom of speech. Like, why is it that whenever there's a problematic figure that's been kicked off the internet, the only people that ever stand up and start screaming freedom of speech at the top of their freaking lungs are white people? Mainly white cis hetero men. Well, that's because people like Dwarf Neckbeard Scarf over here are never the targets of the harassment and the bullying 9 times out of 10. But oh my god, how this tune changes when we start pointing out racism in everyday society. Then all of a sudden, y'all can't wait to hop on the bandwagon. None of you are virtuous for saying that Andrew Tate should not have been banned. You are literally advocating for a sex trafficker and a person who literally advocated for violence against women to be able to continue to exist on the internet and continue to spread his propaganda, continue to spread his bigotry. I am not a free speech absolutist because the main beneficiaries of free speech absolutism are cis hetero white men.